Her Mikeba concept of interwovenness of different patterns to make one piece an array of trailblazing women from suffragettes to style icons. This is the woman behind the curtains who tirelessly searched and interviewed all the queens who will be celebrating on this coming prestigious night of the 30th September. Herself being a queen, Regina, royalty, expressing her heartfelt appreciation.
Good afternoon, everyone at home. Can you just gather together for what we have for you in store this afternoon? This is Rusty Global Media TV channel once more on our journey with women that are making an impact, in our communities. Today I am with my dear sister Fatima, who is in charge of Cottage. I think we all know about Cottage business. So can you just come, women, ladies, let's come and share what Fatima has to share with us this afternoon. Fatima, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Fatima, can you share a little bit of background about where you're coming from?
We originally, my husband and I, originally from Johannesburg. That's where we grew up, that's where we studied, where we got married, and then a year later after being married, we decided to move to Rustenburg to open up a business.
So what is this business all about? It's huge. Can you share a
It
little
didn't
bit?
start off huge. It was, we started off with one shop, a bakery. That's what we started. That was what we wanted to do, and it was just a bakery. And as the years progressed, we decided to take over the shop next door, and then opened up, made it bigger. And after a couple of years after that, we took over the third shop and opened up an ice cream factory. So we produce our own ice cream, we make our own yogurt, and we bake bread and confectionery.
I guess. Fatima, can you let us know more about confectionery business? I understand you're doing very well.
Yes, we can say that. The business is not what it used to be 30 years ago, but with the grace of God, we're still carrying on. And what we started off with not knowing anything, and it was all self-taught. Self-taught and going for courses with obviously baking companies, and that's how we built up. And even our staff, we empowered them because they just were people who walked in not knowing anything, and everything was taught to them.
Okay, Fatima, as a woman, as a wife, as a mother, can you let us understand how you go about juggling between home, business, husband needs, and etc.?
It's hard. Yes, it's hard. Well, we came here. We opened up the business, like I said, when I was 22. My husband was 24, and we were lucky. We were young. No kids at the moment. No kids at that time. And 9 years down the line, I had my first boy. And that's when I took a break from the business, but not altogether. Obviously, helping my husband with all the paperwork and coming in now and then, whatever. And now that my boys are all grown, I'm here full time, but it is a job. Like you say, it is stressful because you're here from the morning, going home at 5:30, and if it's your own business, there's no time. Sometimes it's 7 p.m. at night, and obviously having that to put up a pot of food.
We need to know your secret, Fatima, because shops like confectionery, many times people feel discouraged, many times people don't have that push, to keep holding on. And I think you are people who have got that sustenance. You can sustain yourself even during hard times.
Yes, it was hard. It was hard initially when we started off. It was working from 2 o'clock in the morning, opening up the bakery at 2 o'clock, having to start baking. So we would come here, sit with bakers from 2 in the morning, obviously help out if there was a baker that was ill or one of them didn't turn up, and run the business. Then come to the front of the store when the store opens up run the business up until we used to close then at 8 in the evening. Then you close up, and by the time you get home, it's 10 o'clock in the evening. And then you're going to be back here again at 2 o'clock. So we were lucky, we had the energy, we had the drive, and persevered, and we carried on.
Fatima, I'm realizing that you are people who are very religious.
Yes.
Many times on Friday, I see you closing
Yes.
at 12 to 2, something like that. Does this affect you? How does this contribute to your strength and moving on?
It's faith that makes you keep going. And we don't only pray on Friday, we pray 5 times a day. So our prayers are in the early morning, and then midday, just after midday, and then about 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening, just before sunset, about an hour and a half before sunset, and then late evening prayers. So it's every day, 5 times a day. We take time off because that's your time to wind down.
Yeah.
Even though it's just a 15-minute prayer.
All right. So I just need to know about.
Sorry,
Yeah.
it doesn't affect the business.
Okay.
Even the closing on a Friday, it doesn't affect the business.
Oh. So Fatima, can you let us know about your staff? I can see there are so many rules around here, employment equity. How does this contribute, in sustaining or maintaining your staff control?
Well, there are rules, but I think you've got to respect staff. So there's a mutual respect between us and the staff, and we have a good relationship. I have staff that are with me for close up to 25 years, 26 years. Yes.
How do you handle your staff that they should stay 25 years, Fatima?
I wish I knew. I wish they would tell me. But like I said, there's a mutual respect. There's respect for the staff. And that's how we've built up our business.
Yeah. So I see this is a huge store with a lot of history behind. Can you tell us different departments that you specialize in?
Bakery, confectionery, and we make our own yogurt, and ice cream factory. We make our own ice cream, 5-liter ice cream, 2-liter ice cream. Yes.
I understand you do interior decor as well. You do catering and stuff like that.
We don't actually do catering, but if a customer comes forth and asks for advice on something, we gladly give our advice and offer to his needs. What we can offer in terms of baking and confectionery.
So do you have a relationship with local communities like black people living around you, where you contribute something to schools or stuff like that?
Yes, we do get schools coming to us for donations, and we're always willing to help. We've had that. So we have a good relationship with our customers too. We've had customers that are here since we opened up. We've grown with our customers.
Okay, so you also have the wedding section as well?
No, we don't do. We don't have a wedding section, but we cater. We cater towards that.
Oh, so you're more into catering?
Not really catering as such, but like I say, if a customer comes forth and asks, then we do offer advice and we do help out. That is.
No, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So for the women out there, Fatima, I'd just like you to talk to those women who might be interested in what Fatima is doing. They see Cottage is leaping and crossing boundaries and stuff like that. How would you encourage those women?
It's a hands-on business. You've got to be here yourself. If you want to make a success of anything, you as the owner have to be here yourself. And you've got to have that relationship with your customers and your staff. You can't be behind the scenes, not in a business like this. You've got to be literally hands-on. So there's never a break. We open 7 days a week. We're here 7 days a week.
From what time to what time?
From my husband's here from 6:30. I come in at 8:30, and we close up at 6 in the evening.
So do you have any relationship with maybe overseas companies? How do you improve on what you do here in South Africa?
We don't have relationship with no overseas companies. Everything is like I say, self-taught, and it's the baking companies that we buy our supplies from that help out with um, causes, anything new that comes onto the market. Yeah, they guide us and they help us. And obviously now today everything's on Google, so anything you need to know, Google and you learn from there. Yes, it's a business where you're constantly learning. You've got to keep up with the trends.
So Fatima, if let's say I come and I want to make yogurt or I want to bake biscuits, can you give me a recipe to do that?
I will not share my recipes, but I will share. I will definitely teach you how to do it. Yes. Yes.
Okay, Fatima, finally, I just need to know the legacy that you want to leave behind. When people look at Cottage, what is it? What is the statement that says this is Fatima's legacy? What is it that you want to put forth that people can look at?
Hard work, persistence, never giving up. Time. There'll never be a moment. There'll never be a time where everything is rosy all the time. There will be challenges, but persevere. And when you walk into your store and you see happy customers and you see customers that are satisfied with your products, that's what keeps you going. Literally, that is the fact. I mean, we have people walking here just so happy every day and having fresh products every day. You will never find a product on my shelf that will be 2 days old. And if it is 2 days old, it goes on a particular shelf that says a day old.
And what happens to them?
And it's marked down, and it's sold to people who want to buy a marked down product. But you will find fresh products every day on our shelves. And that's the key to success.
That's excellent. That's excellent. Yeah.
And that I can vouch for. So that's how you will actually make a success of your business. Yeah.
So Fatima, do you have stores that you supply like bread or stuff like that?
We don't supply bread. We only make bread for the store. There are a lot of people that walk in and obviously buy from us rolls and buns. Schools, when schools have any functions or whatever, donuts. Donuts are our trademark.
Oh,
yeah. Donuts are our trademark. We do have a couple of stores like Sizzlers in Zinyamol. They buy from us buns on a weekly basis. And all the hawkers coming in for ice cream, coming in for buns and rolls and birthday parties, lots of birthday parties, donuts, birthday cakes. Yes.
Do you promote the local African market? Because I once saw an acha, I think it was homemade or something. Do you encourage?
Yes. We have every morning, because we have obviously 90% of our clientele is the African market, so we cater towards that, where we have fresh papayas every day. Papata, which my staff introduced me to. I don't know whether you know what papata is.
Papela.
It's the flat bread that you grow. Papela. We call them papata, and most of my customers know about. So we have that. My staff introduced me to it, and we started, and it's people walking here looking for it. Yes. So every morning you find that fresh, you find the guineas fresh, you find. Yeah, so we cater towards the Rustenburg markets.
Okay.
I mean the African markets, yes.
So Fatima, can you share with our young people, our youngsters, because we are challenging the youth that seek to start business, that are being encouraged to be part of the economic growth of our country in South Africa. Is there anything that you can share with our young people in South Africa, how they could maybe start something like confectionery?
Yes, start off baking, selling